So July was my birthday month. And despite my desire to spend less money, I still ended up hauling a ton of books. And I am not ashamed. No, I am not ashamed. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. You know, I always said it's not a problem until you can't pay your bills. And I can pay my bills. So I bought some fucking books. A lot of these were also gifts. So thank you, like gifts from friends and family members and like gift cards and stuff like that. But yes, I also bought myself something because what's a 31-year-old lady to do? Buy herself some books for her birthday. So let's get into it. And I want to share my July book haul with you. Alright, the first two books I'm going to show you were gifts from my lovely friend Chelsea. Alright, the first one I got from Chelsea is Sword of Kaijin, which, if you've been here for more than 5 seconds, you know that this is one of my favorite books of the year. I read it on Kindle Unlimited, fell in love. I just fell in love hard with this story, with the characters, with just everything about this. I just resonated with, especially the main character, Misaki, who is a mid-30s mother of boys. So definitely related to her there. But Chelsea sent me this. It is by M.L. Wang. M.L. Wang is a self-published author, so this is a self-published book. So having a physical copy is just so cool. I absolutely love it. And then she also sent me a book from my Amazon wishlist, Battle Royale, and I have been wanting to read this forever, ever. I know that it's like super similar to The Hunger Games, and it came before The Hunger Games, and allegedly Suzanne Collins had not read this before she read The Hunger Games, which I guess that makes sense. Like, we can't, just because something is similar doesn't mean we all like, doesn't mean she like plagiarized it or anything. Like, no one ever accused her of plagiarizing it, I don't think. Just like of it being similar, but the concept is similar, and a bunch of kids paired in a area to kill each other. So super excited to read this. One that I picked up for myself is Truth Witch, and I've been wanting to read this series. It was on sale on Amazon for like $5 for the first book, so I was like, sure. Like, if I don't like it, then cool. If I like it, then great, I'll buy the rest of them. But I've heard really good things about this. Another book that I picked up is Rage of Dragons by Evan Winters, and y'all, I'm really excited about this one because I am going to be the co-host of Jessie May's Shelf Space Book Club for the month of September, and this was our pick. I am so excited to read this. Having this and not like reading it yet, like waiting until September is kind of difficult, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm really excited to co-host. I was so thrilled when she asked me. Like, if you don't know who Jessie May is, like, go check her out. I've got her links. She's adorable and so, so sweet. Like, she was one of the first people that was, like, super friendly to me when I joined BookTube and started making bookish friends. And yeah, she's just super sweet, and I was so excited. So I'm going to do, like, a full announcement video, but yeah, go check her out because I'm super, super excited to do this. Speaking of the Shelf Space Book Club, I am also going to be reading the August pick, and that is The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I read my first N.K. Jemisin book this month, the 5th season, and I just fell in love hard. Like, I'm probably going to finish the rest of the Broken Earth trilogy. And like, I now want to buy everything that N.K. Jemisin has written. So when I saw that this was the August pick, I was pretty excited because this is her new release and I really want to read it. It just sounds super interesting. And N.K. Jemisin's writing is just unlike any other. Like, she has such a unique style, and it's so, so good, and it like hits your emotions really hard, which is something I love. I love when a book can really just like pull out emotions, whether it be happiness, sadness, anger, whatever it is. Like, I love that. So I'm excited to read this. The premise of it is that like New York City is like alive, and all the boroughs are like it's children, I think. Like it just seems really, really like a weird concept, and I'm here for it. All right, let's just get this one out of the way because it's like really weird and off topic. I got Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. So if you don't know, I also run a blog over at thecoffeemom.net, and I got this, I guess it's an ARC. Probably. Yeah, it's an uncorrected page proof. So it's an ARC, but it's it was for a sponsorship that I was doing this past month. I think I did it in June, and I actually really, really like this. I read it already. Obviously, I read it for the sponsorship and to create the posts and the Twitter posts and everything like that. But it's basically helping you increase your traffic to your website, whether you be a business or a blog, or if you're selling something, or if you just traffic generated, because like I don't sell anything on my website. I am strictly advertising and traffic generated income. So yeah, I really actually enjoyed this, and I'm all about anything that's going to increase my blog traffic because that is a significant portion of my income. I also got Middle Game by Shannon McGuire. I've heard mixed things about this, but I know Brittany from Books with Brittany really, really loved it, and we have some pretty similar tastes, so I'm really excited to check this one out. I feel like this is one that you either loved it or hated it, so I'm really excited to read it. And I know there's like a sequel that was just announced, and there's like a companion novel that's set in the same world. So I'm excited. I hope I like it, and then I can pick up the sequel when it comes out, and like the companion novel. Another one that I'm really excited about is Akatawitch, and this is by Nnedi Okorafor. I am so sorry if I butchered that name. I tried so hard, and I tried looking up pronunciations and just, I don't think I can wrap my mouth around it correctly. But I read her Binti trilogy and absolutely adored it, so I wanted to get more books by her, and this one just sounded so good. I think it's a younger YA middle grade maybe, but it sounds so good. It is about a Nigerian American who is actually albino, and come to find out she has these magical abilities that she didn't know she had, which, y'all, magical abilities you don't know you have, like that is a trope that I adore. So I'm really, really excited to get into this, and like the cover is really pretty, so I'm excited. I actually really like that she's an albino as well, because a really good friend of mine, it's the family friend, he's actually my brother's best friend, his son has albinism. So it's kind of really cool just seeing that representation and seeing something that you just don't see very often in like fantasy sci-fi literature represented. So again, that's another reason I'm super excited, and I love her writing. Another one that I got based on other booktubers that I watch is The Future of Another Timeline. I picked this one up because Starla Reeds was just raving about it. She did a whole video about how amazing this book is. I'll link it down below for you, but like after watching that, I had to get it. So I did, and I'm super excited. It's apparently a like queer feminist space opera, and I'm here for that. I'm down. I'm all the way sold, so I'm excited to read that. Another one I picked up is The Book of M. I'm not 100% sure what this one's about, but I've seen some people talk about it, and it just sounded really cool. It's like these people, they're just on a road trip, I think, and they go through these towns, and like the towns start disappearing, and I think like the little brother disappears with one of the towns, and the main character has to find him. It just sounds very interdimensional, weird, and I'm here for that right now. Yeah, I don't know what it's like fully about. A beautiful nightmare shadow. That's how it's described. I also picked up Kill the Farm Boy because this just sounded hilarious. Like, we all know that I read a ton of like high epic fantasy, and the farm boy chosen one trope is like in so many of them. Like Wheel of Time, like he's a literal farm boy, Rand is, and I just thought this sounded funny. It's literally a big play on the farm boy trope, and I'm pretty sure it's satirical, and I'm here for it. I love some good satire. Laugh out loud fusion of Monty Python-esque humor and whimsy a la Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Oh, I haven't read Discworld, but I adore Monty Python. Like, you don't even know. Monty Python is like so funny to me. Like, I can watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail and just laugh my ass off no matter how many times I've seen it. I also picked up The Disasters, which is like this ragtag group of reject pilots that are, I think they're like on a ship, like being sent home, like because they like got kicked out of like flight school, and then they get attacked, and like they're the only survivors, so they kind of take on the mantle of heroes, and that just sounds so fun. Well, I don't know what a lot of my books are about, y'all. I like to go in blind, so I'm like, oh, I saw that one. I heard someone say some good things about it. It's kind of sci-fi fantasy. Like, I'm down. Let's get it. It's kind of my life. I also picked up The Humans. This one is about an alien that comes to Earth to, like, kill the human race, but then, like, becomes human in order to blend in, and then starts learning things about what makes humans great. And I've heard that it's really good and really funny. I know Emily Fox really likes this one, so I'm excited to check it out. And I've been super into like sci-fi lately, if you can't tell. I don't know why. Like, I love fantasy, but I've been super into sci-fi lately. I also picked up Sockhill Girls. This is one I don't know a whole lot about either, but that cover is so cool. And I know it's about these girls on this island. That's about it. Literally. I think it's magical realism. Maybe. Might be horror. Strange, eerie, and unforgettable. I think it's like magical realism, horror, I don't know, but I'm excited. Oh, I got like this leaning tower of books down here. Like, the next one is like super out of my normal comfort zone, but I just had to get it because I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I am on a quest to find amazing mothers in fiction. So I picked up The Dream Daughter by Diane Chamberlain, which not my normal spiel at all, but it's like this mom, and she's pregnant, and she finds out that there's like an issue with the baby, and it's like she does whatever she has to make sure the baby's okay. I don't know. I think it's kind of magical realism. I've heard that people cry a lot, and as a mom, I probably will too. So, I don't know. We'll see. I picked up The Good Luck Girls, which is another kind of dystopian book that I'm super excited about, and I've heard a lot of good things. We're going to try to go quicker because, y'all, this is getting real long. And I have to take my kids to their grandma's house. I also picked up 8 Will Fall. I've heard good things, but I don't know 100% what it's about. Is it superhero fantasy? I also picked up The Illuminate Files, which is one that I've really been wanting to read. And yeah, I'm really excited. Like, I don't think I've ever read anything like it with the weird way that it's written, the formatting. But I'm excited. I wish I could see this leaning tower of books I've got going on. I also picked up Autonomous, which is by the same author that did Once in a Future Timeline. I know Monica from Mooney Reads read it, and I don't think she loved it, but like her review was so weird that I had to see for myself what this was all about. I also got some novellas, and one of them is The Black God's Drums. I haven't heard very many people talk about this, but it's looked really interesting. It sounded really good. The cover is stunning. And I'm just, yeah. I also picked up Riot Baby, another like kind of dystopian novella. I picked up The Test, which I keep hearing is comparable to an episode of Black Mirror, and I'm down. I picked up Falling Kingdoms. Again, I don't know what this is. I just know that this is like a well-loved fantasy series, and I wanted to check it out. It almost fell. And then I got Rebel of the Sands. Again, I don't really know what this one's about, but like, look at that cover. And I've been really into like desert fantasy. stories lately. Let's see. All right, and the last one is another booktube made me do it, and that is Eve of Man. It was one that I had never even heard of. I'm not gonna lie, not very many people talk about it, but a girl that I follow, I'll leave her link down below. Her name is Wanderness is the name of her channel. She spoke so highly about it and about the second book that just released that I like had to get it and read it. So I'm really, really excited. I think it's, again, dystopian. It's like girls haven't been being born. And the first girl that was from, you know, born in 50 years was finally born and survived childhood. And it's her story, and I'm super excited. I'm Jessie, and I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you next time. Bye.